Hey guys, welcome back. Let's draw the master diagram showing the uterus on the bottom or the endometrial lining. In the middle, the ovarian hypothalamic pituitary hormones, their levels, and on the top, the ovarian changes in terms of follicles, ovulation, corpus luteum formation, and corpus luteum demise. Altogether, this diagram will last between 0 to 28 days, a typical menstrual cycle. I'll draw page by page, day by day, so that you people can summarize the entire lecture in 20 minutes. And this is my master lecture. What it shows? It shows on the bottom layer. And this is the timeline of this particular cycle. Just have a look. This will start from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and the last, the 28th day. So this is the day. What we have done. Then understand this line. This line shows very important. From here to this fourth, that means 1 to 4 days. This is the number one, and I can say this is the menstruation phase. Menstruation phase. Then from 4 to 14, almost up to here, I will go up to 13th day and I will stop there, because the 14th day I consider as one of the master days. From 14 to 28, here I am drawing another phase which will terminate this cycle. So 28 days. Now see, what are these pages? Follicular phase starts from here, no doubt, but I have classified this. This is follicular phase. It will end here. I can say it is number 2. Number 3, ovulatory phase or ovulation. This is number 3, this much. And from here to here, this is luteal phase. We can say it as secretory phase. So we classified the phases according to the days. And this is the day of ovulation. Now see my red pen, which will show endometrium, how endometrium looks like. On the day of menstruation, the endometrium which has grown, it is the endometrium, the endometrium coiling, it goes on, but it is debrided. The slugging is going on. These are showing the slugging. This is the coiled arteries which are being constricted. Ischemic-like changes are occurring. So this is nothing but the menstrual bleeding. Menstrual bleeding, what you are seeing, and I can say it as the endometrial slugging. This is that phase which is going on. Now let us see up to 4 to 12, a preparatory phase, reparative phase, a proliferative phase. Let's see. Now little bit thickening started, repairing is going on. This is the endometrial growth is going on. Thickening is also going on. It is increasing in size. That means it has gained its original tone. You can see here. It means every day some kind of growth is going on. Every day some kind of thickening is going on. Every day, some kind of glandular, muscular, and spiraling is going on. So this is proliferative phase, the priming phase, where the endometrium is getting ready for the process of conception. So what you are seeing in the diagram, this is up to ovulation. Corpus luteum has just formed. Progesterone is not being secreted. Let's see. Now come back to the ovary, how the ovary is showing. During menstruation phase, already the primordial follicles are started growing. Some atresia is also going on. Yes, antral follicles are formed. Now big size follicle is formed. Some are undergoing degeneration, and a dominant follicle is formed. And that dominant follicle, I can say it is pre-ovulatory follicle or the dominant follicle, which is undergoing the process of ovulation. So here there is release of the secondary oocyte. So this is the ovulation. And up to here, this ovulation has occurred, and it is the secondary oocyte which is waiting for the process of fertilization, next onward process. What has happened during menstruation? If I can draw the 4 hormones, at last I will draw the 4 hormones in different colors. So see, the corpus luteum has formed. Now see what is the uterus is showing. The progesterone has secreted from this corpus luteum. So the progesterone has started beginning to secrete from the corpus luteum around 16th day. Now see, this is the beauty. The thickness is increasing. This is the uterine endometrium, which is already primed by the estradiol 17 beta. Now it is getting thickening, broadening the size. But what is going on the 26th or 7th? It is now gradually diminishing in size because the corpus luteum is now not supporting, and you can see like this. This is going on. So if I can begin the cycle, I will go like this. Now from the beginning of the next menstruation, it is getting slogged off. So these are the coiled spiral arteries. You can see the maximum growth of the endometrium. The endometrial calves, they are showing fantastic growth, and glandular muscular growth is going on. But here if you see, the menstrual slogging has again begun. And here you can see the diminution in the size. The thickness is decreasing. The glandular muscular growth is also being restricted during this 24th to 28th day. From here, you can see the length is being falling. And this is the beginning of the next cycle of menstruation. Do not forget this. Come back to the ovary. The corpus luteum is formed. Here, the corpus luteum is formed. These are the luteal cells. The granulosa cells are converted into luteal cells. Please do not forget to see my video on corpus luteum. This corpus luteum is secreting progesterone, high progesterone. Estrogen is low, FSH is low, LH is maintaining the lifespan of the corpus luteum, and this progesterone is maintaining the goal up to 24th day. And thereafter, this corpus luteum is now degenerated, and this degenerated corpus luteum we can say as corpus albicans. The white body is going to form thereafter. So I can use the word luteolysis. The luteolysis has occurred, and this luteolysis occurred lead to fall in the secretion of progesterone. This luteolysis is occurring due to failure of MRP, maternal recognition of pregnancy, or I can say failure of secretion of SCG, because it was not a fertilization point of view, and it may be due to excessive secretion of PGF2 alpha. So progesterone has fallen in this phase. This is the change in the ovary. Now let's draw the most important part, that is the hormonal part. So what I have shown you, these are the ovarian changes. What you are seeing here, this is uterine changes. And now you see the endocrine changes. The endocrine changes, and that will altogether complete our understanding of this menstrual cycle. Let's begin. What happens during menstruation? I am drawing the diagram of progesterone. See where the progesterone is there, low level, up to here, little bit increase, little bit, the corpus luteum is formed, and you can see here the progesterone is going, a top cadre increase up to 24, then it will come to the basal level because it is secreted to the basal level. So this is number one, A I can say, and this is progesterone. This is progesterone. So the lowest level of progesterone is seen during the time of menstruation, and during luteal phase, the progesterone is said to be very, very top. This is the progesterone dominant phase. Let's see the blue pane. What about the FSH? This is FSH. The FSH has increased a bit, increase. But once I'm reaching the 10th day, now it is falling, and it is remained at the same basal level as that, but just here it will slightly start increasing. So this is B. Here, this is B. This is FSH. And this FSH is starting to rise here. Here the FSH is peaking. Then here the FSH is again begin to rise. But here the FSH is low. It is due to the feedback inhibition by the inhibin. So now coming to the C, you can see my green pane, that is for estrogen. Estrogen was little bit low, during menstruation, but follicular growth, estrogen has started rising. This is estrogen. Now estrogen is falling, 13th day onwards it will start falling, but it will remain, and here at the end it will start rising. This is C. So the green pane, green one, C, is nothing but the estradiol 17 beta, which is increasing. But during this proliferative or follicular phase, its level is too high. So this is the dominant phase of estradiol. And this estradiol is here. This is estradiol 17 beta. So much of picking because of formation of dominant follicle, and granulosa cells have already developed LH receptors. For your information, granulosa cells show 1500 to 2000 number of FSH receptors. But at the terminal part, when ovulation is going to begin, that FSH receptors decrease to 1000 to 1200. But LH receptors, which are not earlier there in the mural granulosa cell, now they start appearing. 200 to 400 number of LH receptors will be seen in those granulosa cells. And remember, those granulosa cells which develop the LH receptors will survive, will not undergo the atresia. And those are the cells which will undergo the process of dominance, will form the dominant follicle or the matured follicle, Graafian follicle, pre-ovulatory follicle, which is going to show the response to the LH hormone. Now, red pane, the theme of this lecture. LH, you see how much it is less. This is LH, the red pane. But gradually it increase, but the peaking is here on the ovulation. Then it will fall, and it will go and maintain. So this is D, the LH. I can say here D, the LH. This is the LH hormone, and this is the peak. During the time of ovulation. And this peak, what you are seeing for the LH is due to LH surge. And this LH surge is due to higher concentration of estradiol 17 beta. So this is that LH. I can say the 13 to 14 day regime of LH. See this. So with this beautiful diagram, a very complex concept came to an end. This overall diagram shows you the beautiful interplay mechanisms, complex, precise, regulated, intrinsically regulated, and they prepare the uterus for the process of conception. Nevertheless, this cycle appears to be very easy, but it varies from person to person. It is never same in the same female within the same months. Several factors are affecting this concept, but overall this is the basic physiological concept where we can understand how menstrual cycle is going on. Stay tuned for my master lecture on implantation coming next. Guys, please watch my video, share my video, like the channel, subscribe the channel, and share the channel with others. This is a deep core content of physiology. Keep learning. Best wishes. Thank you so much. All the best.